Beautiful good morning to you guys. Coming to you from the side of the Nile here. Absolutely stunning day. Super warm here compared to Cairo, that's for sure. We're staying at this epic little guest house here. This is their vegetable field. They've got wheat here to make their own bread. They make their own bread. They've got a whole bunch of different vegetables. It's so cool. So now we're just going to go for a walk. We're going to go across the Nile here. I'm going to go back into the main center of Luxor and have a look around some cool sites over there. So first impressions of Luxor are super good. I was here like a year ago, but I didn't explore it as much as I should have. Time to check this place out. So nice. Alright guys, so this is the ferry that we're getting on pulling up. It's the same one we took when we came over the first time. Super beautiful boats, you'll be able to see them a lot better during the daytime. Hello! Hello! Yeah, there's lots of guys along here selling motorboats, but the ferry is supposed to cost £1 to get across, which is 5 or 10 cents. Jump on this ferry, head across into the city. So across the Nile there, and now we're on the other side. We just passed the Luxor Museum, but we might check that out later. First impressions of Luxor are so good, so relaxing, like you can walk along the street, like no cars along here. Super nice, I highly recommend. Hello, how are you? What's your name?
This is Mohammed.
Mohammed?
Yes.
I'm Nick, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What are you selling?
Nabiras.
Uh-huh, beautiful. You sell many today?
Yes.
Joe, what are your first impressions of Luxor?
I love chickpeas.
You like chickpeas? That's a good first impression. Those kids were just asking to sell those bookmarks for money. They said they needed money and then they signaled that they need it to eat. And I had like a pack of chickpeas in my pocket. Tried to give it to them and they were like, nah. Only money. I was like, you can't be that hungry then. I think we're just gonna keep exploring here. See what else we can come across. Just having a kind of chill day today because tomorrow we're gonna go over those mountains and go exploring. So nice chill day walking along the Nile here. Beautiful, and not much pollution here either compared to Cairo, which is nice, you know. I love Cairo, but I think like a week or so is a long time to stay there if you're not originally from there, because it can get quite overwhelming after a while. So nice to come here. Stunning. Alright guys, so we've just come to the Karnak Temple here, and it costed 120 Egyptian pounds to get in, and then we got a guide for 100 for the three of us. We've got some pretty epic sphinxes here, and the sphinxes are half lion, so the body's lion and the head is ram, so sheep. Apparently that represents the strength of the lion's body and then the fertility of the ram's head. scale of this place is unbelievable. These huge rocks here, these massive rocks, they used to get brought from 120 kilometers up the Nile on huge boats, and they used to bring like 200 of these on a boat in a single trip. And just look at the scale of it, it's huge. Apparently it took like 20 years of everyday building all day, 20 years in a row using these really small tools just to hack it away. I'm sure a lot of you already know about, you know, Egyptian history, probably a lot more than me, but I thought I'd share a little bit of it, you know. I'm not going to go into extreme detail, but I'll just share the most outstanding points to me. We've got a tour guide over here and he's explaining stuff all the time, so it's hard to you know, kind of dissect it into a digestible form for you guys and also for me. It's so beautiful. It's epic, you know, it's Egypt. It is hot. Totally keen for a swim in the Nile right now, to tell you the truth. I just split off from the tour guide and my friends because, you know, I like a little bit of information, but I don't want to walk around a whole historical site for like 3 hours listening to heaps and heaps of information, because I can get like heaps of information from these sites. And so personally, I like to just explore. Unless the guide is like really, really good and engaging, then I prefer kind of doing it my own way. So these big obelisks here, some of them were actually taken out of Egypt and sent all around the world to like Rome, Istanbul, and also France. It's just insane. Apparently they used to roll them on big pieces of wood to the edge of the Nile, put them on big steamboats and just ship them around the world. Like I think there's even some in the States now as well. The manpower to move these kind of huge constructions, just so impressive. Alright guys, so I've just left the temple complex and just walking down this old souk here.
Welcome.
Hi sir.
Hello.
How are you? Ça va.
Ça va bien?
Ça va, toi?
Français?
New Zealandais. Yeah.
يا سيد على الكلام اللي انت Hello.
Hey.
Welcome.
Falafel?
This is falafel, yes. This one sandwich.
Sandwich 20 pounds.
Yeah. It's good?
Alright guys, just found this super cool little market. And you can see I picked myself up some falafel, little sandwiches here. So this is like really what I like to see when traveling. I mean, the historical sites are always interesting and cool, but for me, hello. Good, how are you? Good. For me personally, this is kind of my kind of deal, you know. So much going on, so much to see. Don't get me wrong, like historical sites, you have to see them, but this is kind of my place, you know. Anyway, gonna do some more exploring. I'll show you some more raw clips. Hi. Hi. So I just got my little falafel here, check it out. So I got 2 of these for about 50 US cents. And I'm just having a mint tea here. I'm gonna meet up with my friends soon, but I just went for a little wander. Just hanging out in this little souk, like all locals around. It's super cool and a lot cheaper. It's crazy. If you just take a walk down a back street, the prices drop like literally like 800%. It's insane. Anyway, we're gonna finish this delicious little sandwich here. Interesting thing, falafel in many places, like Lebanon, it's made out of hummus. Falafel here in Egypt, it's made out of this, I think it's tahini. Yeah, it's completely different taste. Tastes more kind of vegetable-y here, you know? Delicious. What's your name?
Hamdi.
Hamdi.
Hamdi Dumpty.
Hamdi Dumpty.
Hamdi Dumpty. Awes.
Awes.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Good. He's the owner.
He's the owner.
Yes.
Wow, no, I don't need it, thank you.
That's Master Abbasin.
Master of Abbasin, nice to meet you.
Shake hand.
See you later. New Zealandi.
New Zealandi. Bloody Kiwi.
Bloody Kiwi.
Easy.
Yeah. Ciao. Pretty cool because like they obviously want to sell you something, but you know, they're happy to have a yarn in the process. Man, amazing little market here. This is sick.
Hey, my friend.
Hello. No, thank you. No carpets for me.
Welcome to photo.
Hi.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yeah.
Talking to me, my friend.
How can I help?
From you?
Huh?
Where from?
New Zealandi.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
You have very good photos here in Luxor.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. What's your name?
Nick.
Tony.
Tony.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. This is my shops.
Okay.
No, can you make photos here? Can you
Sure.
make photos?
There's the videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super friendly people. Just one tip if you're going to come to travel in Egypt or many other places, if you don't already know. If you're not really interested in buying anything, do not go inside the shop, no matter what. Do not go inside the shop. Because as soon as you go in the shop, then the pressure increases like 10,000 and you'll really struggle to get out and it will become quite difficult at times. So, hello, how are you? So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, just have a bit of banter with them when the time's right, you know, stand your ground, but in a nice way. Basically my best advice. So I'm gonna go and jump back on the ferry now and we're gonna head across the other side and I'm gonna meet up with my buddies again. But yeah, Luxor, so far loving Luxor. Really good vibes here. A lot less crazy than Cairo, but the people in Cairo are really nice too. And the people here are really nice, so I think it's just and everywhere in Egypt I've gone, people are so kind and you know, you walk down the street, you can say hello to everyone and they'll smile back. I've done that in some countries and people look at you like you're trying to like kill them or you're crazy, you know, so it's a culture thing obviously and that's how it is, but super cool in Egypt how it's you can have a chat with anyone. Everybody's keen for a chat, even if they are selling something or even if they aren't selling something, everyone's keen for a chat. Guys, I did it again. Picked myself up some sweet potatoes on the way back. They're just so good and so cheap. 30 cents maybe? Something like that. So, can't deny it.
Put the place up. Put my face up.
Alright guys, it's dark outside now. We came back, took it a little bit easy during the evening, had some delicious food. This place is epic guys. Like I was explaining, they grow all their own food, they make their own bread. There's a bread oven in the backyard and they cook up a bulk amount of bread once a week. Just great vibes in this place guys. I highly recommend to come stay here. I'll leave a link down below. I'm not sponsored, but when I see something like this and it's sustainable as well as good people, I mean, you know, I've got to advertise that stuff, you know. Cool to see the temple, even cooler to see the market and the locals. Apart from that, just all around good day. As you can see, I'm basically asleep right now. So I'm going to end the video there guys. I will see you in the next video for some more adventures around Luxor. There's many more epic things to see here guys. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.